Hey you guys, welcome back. I hope you are all doing great and enjoying your day or your evening, depending on where you are. Um, so today I'm actually gonna share an out of body experience that I had almost a year ago. And some of you may already know that I had an out of body experience where I went to a past life of mine beyond the ice wall to a place called Neo Soul. And I was in a character called Mona. And for those of you who are not familiar with it, I have a video about that experience on my YouTube channel as well. So this experience that I'm gonna talk about today happened about a month later, and I was again back in Neo Soul, but this time I was in a different character with a different name. So another past life of mine. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna be sharing. So let's dive into it. So for those of you who don't know about Neo Soul, my partner Andre also had past lives there. He has also experienced past lives in out of bodies in Neo Soul, and my out of body experiences going there happened when I met him. Yeah. So, we had similar like experiences in terms of how it looked and everything. So that was kind of amazing. Neo Soul is a city in a continent out of our 6 continents. It's beyond the ice wall, if anybody's familiar with that. So yeah, it's a physical place here in Realm 1. And it is a very advanced city. It's a very advanced city, and it's very beautiful there. People are very free. So what happened was me and my partner Andre, we were laying beside each other and practicing out of body at my house, and I come out of my body as I usually do, same way that I always do it. I became aware while I was, separating from my physical body. And I walk out of my bedroom and go into my kitchen. And from there, I just decided to kind of, explore a little bit. So I opened the door and I just flew up into the universe, up to the stars. And I was actually looking at my hands while I was flying and commanding more of my awareness as I was doing that. Because I left in such a hurry that I kind of forgot to do it when I was at the house. So I was flying up to the stars, looking at my hands at the same time, commanding more of my awareness, and it came and everything lit up. And suddenly I was in a completely different place. And a man is coming towards me, and he says, like, follow me. And I'm like, okay, I guess. And I remember I was a little bit like, what is going on here? Because I actually wanted to go back to Neo Soul. So I didn't know what this man was gonna show me or what it was, but I just wanted to go to Neo Soul. So I was like, okay, we'll see what this man wants to show me. And as I remember it, we were suddenly going through something. It's kind of hard to explain what it was, but we're going through something that was kind of changing as we were going through it. And while we were in that, I actually realized, wait, this man is actually trying to help me. He's trying to help me go to Neo Soul. I kind of knew that intuitively. And like shortly after, I am in a completely different place. I'm standing in front of what looks like a school. And so I start walking into this school, and I go through the door and I walk down the hallway, and there's a door at the end of that hallway, and I go to that and I open it, and inside this room there's a lot of kids in the age of like 10, I would say. Yeah, so I go in there and I look to my left and I see there's two boys sitting at a desk together. And I walk up to them and I say, hello. And I ask them, hi, you guys, can you tell me where we are? And they said, yeah, we're in New Seoul. And I was like, yes, perfect, I'm back. Then I asked them, do you know who I am? Do you know my name? And they said, yeah, you're Michaela. And I thought, okay, I'm in a different life now. I am Michaela now. I just, knew that I was in a past version of me. Yeah, so that was kind of exciting that I have accessed yet another life of mine in New Seoul. Yeah, I thought that was really cool that I had, yet again accessed a past life of mine and as a completely different person again. And so I asked the boys, what's your name? And the first one tells me his name, and the second one, he kind of just looks at me with this kind of, why are you asking my name? We know each other. Like, that's weird. I just knew that was like what was going through his mind when I asked. So I definitely knew these boys somehow. And then I kind of decided this is kind of funny. I don't know what I was thinking about that, but I thought, let me write these things down so I can remember all of it. So I walked to the teacher's desk, and the boys walks with me. And in front of the desk, I see the teacher. She's sitting with the other kids and she's looking at me. So she sees me as well. And I picked up a paper and a pen and I start writing down everything that they had just told me. I didn't like the first one that I wrote. There was something weird about my writing. So I tossed it out and I started to write a new one. And then I actually just woke up 2 seconds later. Back in my body. Yeah, but this night I actually had an experience more. It was 2 experiences that I had in one night, and the second one was like right after I came back to my body. I wanted to go back because I felt like I wasn't finished. So as soon as I was back in my body, I closed my eyes again and I did my affirmations, did all the things that I usually do. And I came out again. So as soon as I was out of my body, I had the intention, I want to go back. So I just flew directly out of my window in my bedroom. And 2 seconds later, I was in front of that school again. And that's because when you have a very strong intention to go somewhere out of your body, there's different ways to get there, but initially you can just have a strong enough intention and envision yourself there again and feeling it, and you will actually just appear there. So that's what I did, and I got really excited. Yes, I'm back. I was back in front of the school. This time though, in front of me, I see these tiny beings. They were like 1.5 feet tall, like 30 centimeters or something, very tiny. And they're walking, I think there's like 10 of them, and they're walking with like a human-sized person. And I'm walking behind them, I can hear they're talking, and I was just very curious, like I wonder what they look like. So I kind of walk up on the side of them and kind of just, peeks at their faces, and they look really funny. I remember I thought like, they looked very peculiar, like little, like tiny trolls or something. Like it, yeah, I don't know. I had never seen that before, but anywho, so I am walking inside this school and I'm in the same hallway. And this time, you guys, I pass a mirror. And for those of you who have seen my other videos, you know that mirrors have a tendency to show up in my out-of-body experiences. And I always think it's kind of funny to look myself in the mirror just to be like, I wonder what I look like in this experience. Yeah, because sometimes I will look like completely like myself. Sometimes my hair will be a different color. Sometimes I will look like myself but different. So it's always just kind of funny. So I was like, oh, there was a mirror. Let me back up and look at myself. So I back up, I turn around and look at myself, and I looked like myself. Like I had the same features as I have in this life, but I was light-skinned, mixed race, and I had a lot of like gold jewelries on, bracelets, rings, and necklaces. I just thought, oh, cool. And then I just kept walking. I went into the same room at the end of the hallway. I think I wanted to see if the boys were still there. And when I opened the door, a man was in there. And I just instantly knew he was, you know, like a teacher. And I asked him, can you tell me where I am? And he said, yeah, you're in Neo Soul. And I looked up and I see the same map as I saw in my out-of-body experience as Mona, the first one of those 3 experiences I had. It was the same map. And I got excited, you guys. I was like, yay. And then I woke up back in my body. And I know what happened. And it's because I kind of forgot to look at my hands, you guys, because I was just so excited. You kind of need to sometimes do that to keep commanding your awareness. At least I do. If I want to prolong the experience and I want to keep having that full awareness there, and I forgot to do that. So I think when I got excited when I saw the map and he told me I was a Neo Soul, that just completely brought me back to my physical body. Yeah, but yeah, so that was the, you can say, the 2 experiences that I had to share with you today, guys. Yeah, and I do want to say it, like, whenever you come back from an out-of-body experience where you have accessed your soul's records and experienced yourself in a past life, it does do something to your being here, because it's the awareness of that we are more than this one life, and we're like, everything here is not, you know, definitive. There's so much more to us, and it just it gives you a sense of freedom when you come back, for sure. So I can definitely, you know, recommend you guys to try and access your own soul records if you do in fact come out of your body. It's just something that I always like to do. I think it's very I think it's fun, and just I like, you know, experiencing where I have been and like, who am I besides this life as Lova. Yeah. But yeah, you guys, that was all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed my my video, and remember to give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you found this helpful. And yeah, other than that, I can't wait to see you guys again next time. And I hope you have a wonderful day no matter where you are. And remember that I love you. Take care, you guys. Bye.